So
who sleeps where?
I wake up probably latest, and then my friend, two friends, Imam and Zaid, sleeping right here and right here. The worst part is probably waking up in like the condensation because I'm on the edge, and I face that way. It's like the water's all over my hand and on the sleeping bag. But yeah, I'm looking for some like thicker sleeping pads. That's been pretty difficult.
Following the attacks on October 7th, pro-Palestine encampments with bright tents and picket signs have emerged across American university campuses. Encampments, deeply rooted in history as a method for marginalized voices to demand justice and equality, have long been a powerful form of protest, with notable examples including the anti-war demonstrations of the 60s and the anti-apartheid movement of the late 80s. Today, mainstream media's portrayal of campus encampments is often skewed, criticizing their fundamental function and focusing more on disruptions and confrontations, rather than the peace and humility often present, degenerating coverage into mere spectacles of chaos.
Breaking news, chaos overnight on UCLA's campus as police move in to clear out pro-Palestinian protesters there.
Outside of that, I think what they're doing now is totally disruptive to the purpose of what higher education is.
I think it's debatable that an encampment here on the UC Berkeley campus, 10,000 miles away from Gaza, is having any kind of effect on what's actually happening on the ground in Gaza.
I think a lot of people focus on like the conflict that you're having with other fellow students and things like that. For me, in these last 7 months, I've felt nothing but like support, and that's like the overwhelming thing that I felt from other students is like unity more than anything. There has not been this division that's perpetrated in the media. I've been camping out here since day one. It's been incredible. It's like you'd think the energy would go down, but the energy has just continued rising. The momentum has continued to rise. The camp has grown so much since day one.
I think we have to take a step back and realize that all of these things that we're doing is tactics. None of us are actually going to free Palestine. Only the people of Palestine in Palestine can free Palestine. All we can do is hope that we apply enough pressure on university, on politicians, on any higher ups, on the regions, on whoever, to divest from these corporations that involve themselves, that associate themselves with Israeli apartheid. 5 years ago, I was actually in Sudan. In Sudan, there was actually a very similar encampment to this. It was called the Qiyada. It was called the sit-in. It was actually situated in a very kind of similar situation in that, there was a huge encampment, huge protest site right outside the Defense Ministry headquarters in the capital, Khartoum. I hear a lot of the same rhetoric. I feel a lot of the same emotions that I feel when I'm a part of this camp.
Currently, we've had community members bring us a lovely plate of sushi. There's pizza. There's hard-boiled eggs, tea, just a variety of things that allow students to, get sustenance in between classes. And another thing that I thought was really nice is, or two other things that I thought were really nice, are these olive trees that were planted here, as olives are a really important symbol in Palestine.
So we knew this is something that bothered administration, which is sort of the goal of protest, right? You want to interfere with day-to-day life in some form and bother the people in charge. So we received a letter by the school, I want to say day 1 or 2 into the encampment, basically telling us that it was illegal for us to be here overnight. This space is supposed to be a free speech zone. The fact that you can get in trouble for even being out here during the day, says a lot about the kind of free speech that is allowed.
If one of the goals of activism is to gain attention and to bring people to its side, then I think they probably succeeded.
On this day of remembrance, we hold the legacy of Palestinian resistance and liberation at the forefront of our minds as we announce that Students for Gaza has reached our initial agreement with San Francisco State University.
Understand one thing, and that's when we fight together, we fucking win!
One thing that really made our encampment effective was a strong commitment to democracy. So we didn't just say, okay, we're going to let whoever wants to run the show, run the show. We said we're going to have directly elected representatives from a general body that are accountable to the general body and the general movement.
I think a case can be made that during any challenging times that we always look for people as humans. We look for community, we look for connection, we look for support. And I think in many ways, the conflict in Gaza, the war in Gaza, and all that's happened in the encampment, I think have seen many different communities come together. Clearly, there were students who found common cause who didn't realize they had common cause in the past.
As encampments countrywide are either shut down, reach a negotiated end, or continue into the summer, these protest camps are a testament to the students' unwavering commitment to their beliefs. Encampments symbolize both the enduring spirit of student advocacy and the pursuit of change.